Once upon a particularly meh afternoon, in the kingdom of Existentialia, a land so bland it made unsalted crackers seem spicy, there existed a legendary relic called the Shiny Thing. It wasn't magical, useful, or even very shiny, but rumor had it that whoever possessed the shiny thing would finally experience a sense of purpose, or at least a break from that weird feeling of dread that creeps in at 2 a.m. when you're trying to sleep. Enter our hero, Sir Brolaf, Knight of Mild Indifference. Sir Brolaf, like most residents of Existentialia, had zero interest in heroics. His armor was dusty, his sword was chipped, and his vibes were permanently off. He spent most of his time lying in his creaky bed, staring at the ceiling and thinking, why are ceilings so aggressively ceiling? What's their deal? And then he'd sigh. On this particular afternoon, Sir Brolaf was lounging in his favorite wall-staring corner when his squire, Chadwin, burst into the room. Chadwin was an overeager lad who was permanently set to NPC dialogue mode. Sir Brolaf, great news, Chadwin exclaimed, panting like he'd run across multiple PowerPoint slides. Did they finally ban inspirational posters? Brolaf asked, monotone. No. A prophecy has been spoken. The shiny thing has been rediscovered. Whoever finds it shall achieve true fulfillment. Sir Brolaf blinked. Twice. Cool. Sounds fake. I'm busy. You're literally staring at a wall. And it's a good wall, Chadwin. Reliable. Doesn't ask questions. But Chadwin was undeterred. He threw down a crumpled map, pointing furiously. Look, it's said to rest in the cave of chronic meh, guarded by the dragon of low expectations. You must go, sir. You're the chosen one. Sir Brolaf sighed so deeply he briefly became one with the void. Fine, but only because this wall is starting to judge me. Sir Brolaf and Chadwin set off on their dank adventure, traveling through landscapes that were disappointingly mid. The forest of minor inconveniences where twigs always snapped underfoot no matter how quietly they walked. The river of cold takes, where NPC fishermen shouted things like, "Pineapple on pizza is good, actually." The valley of the perpetually loading screen, where time seemed to drag as though controlled by a dial-up connection. Chadwin, Brolaf grumbled, stepping over yet another rock. This quest better slap, or I'm never leaving my wall again. Suddenly, they heard a rustle. From the bushes emerged a hooded figure, an old man with glowing eyes and an air of unasked-for wisdom. Greetings, travelers, the old man croaked. I am the Simp Wizard, keeper of useless knowledge and one-liners that hit way too hard at 3 a.m. Do you take requests? Chadwin asked, hopeful. The wizard ignored him and waved his staff, revealing a glowing text box in midair. It read, sometimes the shiny thing isn't what you want. It's the friends you doomscroll with along the way. Sir Brolaf squinted. What does that even mean? I dunno. The wizard shrugged. I just be saying stuff. He handed Brolaf a glowing potion labeled Cope Elixir. For temporary vibes. Drink this when you face the dragon, the wizard said cryptically. Then he vanished, mumbling something about needing Wi-Fi. After what felt like 700 years, but was probably 2 days, Brolaf and Chadwin arrived at the Cave of Chronic Meh. The entrance was a massive stone mouth, yawning like it, too, didn't really want to be here. Inside, the dragon of low expectations awaited. It was less a ferocious beast and more like a giant, sleepy lizard sprawled across a mountain of lukewarm pizza boxes and unfinished side quests. Who dares disturb me? The dragon yawned, exhaling a puff of smoke that smelled vaguely like expired cereal. It's me, bro, Brolaf said. I'm here for the shiny thing. The dragon snorted. Why? It's just a shiny rock. Doesn't actually do anything. Brolaf paused. Wait, are you telling me that this whole quest was pointless? Yeah. Welcome to life, buddy, Chadwin gasped. But the prophecy said... The prophecy was written by a bard trying to hit word count. The dragon interrupted. Look, I can just give you the shiny thing if you want. It's not like I care. Sir Brolaf scratched his head. I don't know, man. Feels kind of sus. The dragon groaned and flicked the shiny thing toward him. It was small, smooth, and, well, shiny. Not quite a rock, not quite a treasure. Just kind of there. So, Chadwin asked eagerly, do you feel fulfilled? Like the existential void has been filled? Brolaf stared at the shiny thing. He stared at Chadwin. He stared at the dragon. Then he sighed. Nope. Still empty inside. The dragon nodded approvingly. Same, bro. Same. On the way back, Sir Brolaf held the shiny thing up to the light. It was completely useless, but it was his useless thing now, and that was, well, something, he supposed. So what now? Chadwin asked. Nothing. I'm going back to my wall, Brolaf replied. But you found the shiny thing. And Chadwin opened his mouth, then closed it. Even his NPC brain struggled to justify this plotline. When they returned to the kingdom, people cheered half-heartedly. Yay. Woo. You did it. I guess, they droned, clapping like they were at a Zoom meeting. Sir Brolaf returned to his wall-staring corner, the shiny thing now resting on his shelf. Did it change anything? Nah. Life was still a never-ending slog, and ceilings were still aggressively sealing. But for some reason, knowing he'd gone on the stupidest quest ever made Sir Brolaf feel slightly less alone. As he stared at the wall, he whispered, "It is what it is." The wall stared back in solemn agreement. Moral of the story: sometimes you go on a life-changing adventure only to realize that nothing changes, and that's okay. The point isn't the shiny thing. The point is that you left your wall-staring corner, met a simp wizard, argued with a dragon, and found a little humor in the absurdity of it all. Because, in the end, it is what it is, and sometimes that's enough. End. Achievement unlocked. Side quest completed. Vibes untouched.